The PlayStation VR2 is an incredible device. Yes, you are. However, there are some features that are hidden in plain sight. Some little bits of knowledge and tips that I think will drastically improve your VR experience.
Perfect.
Well, today I'm going to be covering all of this. And stay to the end, I'll be giving you a crucial tip to boost your tracking. These. Now, you want your triggers to be working properly, right? Have the right intensity. Now, when you get your PlayStation VR2, depending on if you had the DualSense controllers and you had those settings lower, these could automatically adjust to the PlayStation VR2 controllers and they might be lower than intended. This is what you got to do to change it. Go to accessories and controller, and here you can adjust the trigger effect intensity. I would make sure this is on strong, so hopefully this will give you the full effect of the triggers. The Sense controllers have around 5 to 6 hours battery life and by default are set to not turn off when you put them down. So a power saving mode will ensure that if you forget to turn them off and go away for half hour or so and come back, they are not already depleted. So go to power saving under system and set time until controllers turn off to 10 minutes. So as you guys can see, I bought the official charging dock from Sony for the PlayStation Sense controllers. It's okay, it fits in quite nicely. It did take a couple of minutes for me to figure out what way the controllers go, but once I put it in the first time, it was absolutely cool. However, after having a look on Amazon, I noticed a lot of charging stations that had a place to store the PlayStation VR2 headset as well, which I thought was really cool. I'd like my PlayStation VR2 to be a bit elevated, you know, above the controllers itself. But look at reviews. I know Kiwi done some great accessories for the Quest 2, etc. I didn't see anything related to them, so not sure about the other brands. In fact, if you've bought a charging dock, let us know how it is so we know what to buy and what not to buy. The cinematic mode is really cool. However, when you load up the PlayStation VR2, it is not set straight up for 120 Hz. And this is how you can change it. Go to screen and video and change 120 Hz output from automatic to off. Then go back into accessories and then go into PlayStation VR2 and keep scrolling till you see video output and the option will be available. Ta-da! This is such a cool feature as your cinematic experience could be actually better than your monitor or TV. So it basically gives you a new option to play your non-VR games. Motion sickness is always going to be a big thing when it comes to VR related products, and we've come a long way, so it's no way as bad, but there are still instances. And as with motion sickness, it affects each person differently. So if you suffer from this a lot, avoid using analog sticks for games. Games like Resident Evil 8, Horizon for example, and instead try games like Demio and Moss and Tentacula. They are more about hand movement and motion as opposed to having the sensation of your body moving. And you can play seated. I guess you can call these the training wheels to really build up and strengthen your VR legs. There are also some settings that can really help out with this. These come with most VR games such as teleportation movement, vignettes which reduce the field of vision when you're moving, or maybe try snap turning instead of smooth turning at the beginning. Don't be a hero. If you're feeling a bit sweaty or a bit weird, even though there's a nice cooling system in the PlayStation VR2 headset, take the PlayStation VR2 headset off, relax, recalibrate, and then pick it back up a bit later. Because if you get to the point of no return, there'll be no return. You'll be screwed for hours, legit. Now, the idea of a Proxy Mat is actually really useful for me because where I play, I've got a wall behind me. If you're not familiar with a Proxy Mat, it's basically having a mat beneath your feet, which kind of centers around your play area and just helps you from wandering off into a wall, a TV, a person, a window. You can get them online, I'll leave a link below. But you can even use a bit of carpet, or as VR Oasis gave the idea of using a penny which you put your foot on. This just really helps you because playing VR, you take your headset off and you're like, why am I facing this way? You do it naturally, you don't even know you're moving. And on the subject of walking into walls and stuff like that, there's another setting in accessories which will really help out with this as well. Here you can adjust the boundary display sensitivity. So if you're getting that red warning sign too much, you can adjust it to a lower setting. Or if you want to be extra cautious, you can adjust these to a higher setting. If you are still unsure what games to get, there are free demos on the PlayStation Store which are now live. If you like them, then get the full version. Try before you buy. Also, No Man's Sky, Resident Evil 8 and GT7 are all free upgrades if you have the original copy. Now, these games come out a couple of years ago, so they're likely going to be quite cheap on Amazon or something like in game. Grab those and then get the free upgrade.
Perfect.
Whilst we're on this subject, to play the VR version of the game, you must get the add-on needed for this. I made the mistake of loading up Resident Evil and thinking, wait, this isn't VR. And that was my first experience actually. So what you need to do is go to the game itself, scroll down till you see the add-ons, and then simply install this. And this will work with every game that needs a VR added application. Now here are some bonus settings for you lot, which I think will definitely improve the whole VR experience. Under accessories, enable enhanced tracking. Tracking so far has been good, but I have seen people say it has glitched out on the occasion. But enabling enhanced tracking seems to really eradicate this. Now on the flip side, it does add a frame to the TV that people could be watching, and this can be bad for OLEDs in terms of burning, but OLEDs are very good when it comes to counter burning, so I think we'll be okay. Unless you're going to be playing the PlayStation VR2 for like 10 to 12 hours every day for 7 days straight. I mean, weirder things have happened. Hopefully that was helpful for you and you got some value from that. If you did, hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And also subscribe. I bring PlayStation VR2 related content on a weekly basis. So there's so much more stuff I'm going to be bringing over to you all. And if you haven't got the PlayStation VR2 just yet, I hope you guys do get that very soon. I know the delivery and the whole tracking thing has been quite a joke. I didn't even know I was getting mine till the morning. I found out it was an hour away and it was like, whoa, this is Christmas. I did not expect it. I expected it to be delayed, literally. And if you want to know a bit about the roadmap of the PlayStation VR2, then do check out this video here. With that being said, I'll see everyone next week, where I'll be giving my thoughts on the PlayStation VR2, as by then I would have had some real good hands-on experience with it.